Okay, so this week, like, my whole thing is over the death penalty and all that. So, a reality of death row is waiting years for, like, the fatal day of actually being executed. And on average, and somebody can be expected to wait up to 19 years. So, even for those who may have been wrongly convicted, if you were wrongly convicted and still set to be executed, what would you want people to know about your experience? And this is like how like the inequalities in the criminal system, like wrongful imprisonment and how it would affect your families, and then like the embrace of a wrongful execution. Like, would you like consider that still like a proper death? And yeah, so
So the first question?
okay.
I think that maybe them serving life in prison is better than the death penalty, because if it is a wrongful imprisonment, there's more time to like make that right. And from a family's perspective, like if they feel that a family member was wrongfully imprisoned, it would be pretty horrible. So I imagine that my family would just spend the entire time like trying to obviously fix what was wrong.
So even with like death row mates, in the time span that they're on, like they're imprisoned, they can still like they still have lawyers like making sure all of the facts are right.
Mm-hmm.
But even still, like if they consider to be like wrongfully executed, like those 19 years are still taken away from them.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
that's something else.
I mean, like, I was just gonna say that it, like, flips your whole life around. You know, everything that you're doing, your life becomes that. I mean, it's, like, from a family perspective, too. Especially if they, like, believe you're wrong or know it's wrong. Their entire life gets consumed with, like, trying to, I don't know, unconvict you. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it just becomes, like, trying to spread word. I don't know, it like, really changes your whole life.
Yeah.
As far as, like what I would want people to know about my experience. I guess just like how much work gets put into it, like into just like trying to clear your name and what you have to do to get a retrial or to even talk to the judge. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's pretty extensive.
Yeah.
So I guess the way that the system works would be something that I would want people to know about, that it's pretty, excruciatingly like slow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, even with 19 years before the death penalty,
Yeah.
some people are in prison for way longer than that before they're actually released for wrongful imprisonment.
Yeah.
So it just seems like that could not even be enough time for some people because of how long it takes the system to actually realize what was wrong. Especially with like people who were imprisoned years ago, like a decade ago, whenever laws were different and the way people were put in jail was different, and also the reasons that they were put in jail, like stuff has changed. So it makes it worse for sure for those people.
Yeah, it's definitely a waste of time, like at the end of the day, no matter what. And then, like, could you embrace it as a wrongful execution, as a good death, like a proper death?
I don't think anyone should. If it's a wrongful death, and it would be sad for someone to be put to death whenever they didn't do anything.
Because then also imagine like them being executed and then things coming to light afterwards.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I guess it's just that people should have more time to, I guess, prove themselves if they are innocent.
Yeah, I mean, or have a better system if there's a way. I don't really know how the system works.
Yeah.
It does seem like there's issues there with people like getting to paperwork. It's like a lot of paperwork stuff, and a lot of people kind of just like push it to the side, I guess.
Mm-hmm. And there's so many people that it would be hard for you to be seen because there's so many other people that might be in the same situation.
Yeah. or they're not what they want to be. I guess they want to claim being wrongfully convicted and they're not.
Yep.
Lots of nooks and crannies, but
Yeah. So it would just be really hard to prove it. So you would need more time to prove it. So maybe there shouldn't be a death penalty.
I mean,
Yes.
I personally don't believe in the death penalty, but
That's not the answer.
Great. Yeah.